top Republican on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Congressman Michael McCaul of Texas. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us. First of all, do you agree with President Zelensky that Putin is using the threat of nuclear war, God forbid, to blackmail the world? And could Putin become desperate enough to actually cross that horrible line?
I do agree with Zelensky. I think these are bold threats. It's very irresponsible for the foreign minister, Lavrov, to make these comments, or for Putin to be a bully and a thug like he is, to try to blackmail the West from helping. And I think it shows how aggravated Putin is getting now. He was told this is going to be over in 4 days. Here we are past the second month, and the Ukrainians have really proven that they're battle tested. More and more weapons are coming in. I just came back from the region, and I saw a lot of 18-wheelers going into Ukraine with a lot of lethal weapons. And I think this is becoming very frustrating for Putin as he tries to have some military victory by May the 9th, which is their victory day over Nazi Germany. That would be May the 9th.
Yeah, no matter what's going on, I'm sure he will declare a victory on that day. The Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, said today that Russia is weaker militarily than it was at the start of this war. But is Russia weakened to the point that Ukraine can, in fact, fight Russia off its territory entirely?
And who would have thought we'd even be talking about this, right? The fact that Ukraine could beat perhaps the second or third greatest military in the world. I think the Russians have shown to be somewhat incompetent. And I think Secretary Austin's correct in the fact that they don't have fresh recruits coming in. Now, remember, they were redeploying the same worn-out, low-morale soldiers, from Kyiv through Belarus to the Donbass region in eastern Ukraine, and they're shelling the Donbass region. But their military's been greatly weakened. Almost 30% of their combat forces taken out by either killed or casualties. And 7 of their generals have been hit by sniper rifles on the battlefield. Extraordinary on the part of Ukraine, and we got to keep fighting for them. What I'm seeing most interesting, Wolf, is the narrative of, well, we don't want to get provocative, not sure we want to send in weapons, to now, let's send in everything we can because we can. The Ukrainians can actually win this war.
And on that point, it's interesting because the UK today said 15,000 Russian troops already have been killed since the start of this invasion. Do you have any specifics on the U.S. estimate as to how many Russian troops have been killed?
Yeah, the estimate, it ranges between 10 to 15,000. And what's really sad is that they don't take them home. I mean, they don't want the expense. They don't want the mothers to know that their sons have died on the battlefield. The sons have texted their mothers saying, this is not what we signed up for. We told we were going to liberate the Ukrainians from the Nazis. It's not the case. And they leave their own soldiers on the battlefield to rot. I can't imagine any advanced civilization doing something like that.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation indeed. Congressman Michael McCaul of Texas, thanks as usual for joining us. Really appreciate it.